Good afternoon. This is All India Radio and I am Valsa Williams with the Midday News. The headlines. Home Minister Rajnath Singh says government wants to pass amendments to the SC/ST Act in the ongoing session of Parliament. Congress questions centre for delay in bringing ordinance after Apex Court judgment. Bill to grant constitutional status to OBC Commission listed for consideration and passage in Lok Sabha today. BJP issues whip to members. Supreme Court issues notice to Bihar government in Muzaffarpur shelter home sexual exploitation case. Directs media not to publish any images or videos of the victims in any form. Flood and incessant rains affect normal life in Upper Assam and Nagaland. US Congress passes bill to slash Pakistan's defense aid to $150 million per year. And in sports, Ashwini Ponnappa and Satvik Sairaj Ranki Reddy enter mixed doubles quarterfinal of World Badminton Championships in China. Home Minister Rajnath Singh today asserted that the government wants to pass an amendment bill in this ongoing session of Parliament to restore the original provisions of the Scheduled Castes and Scheduled Tribes Prevention of Atrocities Act. He was responding to the issue raised by the Congress during zero hour in the Lok Sabha. Mr. Singh said that the Union Cabinet has yesterday approved the bill in this regard and that the NDA government wants to pass it in this session.
सुप्रीम कोर्ट के आदेश के परिणाम स्वरूप जो इस एक्ट में ऐसा महसूस किया जा रहा था कि कुछ डाइल्यूशन हुआ है, तो उसके बाद ही हमारे प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने दो टूक शब्दों में कहा था कि हम इसी प्रकार का बिल लाएंगे, जरूरत हुई तो इससे भी हम कड़ा बिल लाएंगे। और उसी वादे के अनुरूप ही कल ही कैबिनेट ने SC/ST प्रिवेंशन ऑफ एट्रोसिटीज बिल को अपना अप्रूवल दे दिया है और हम इसी सत्र में ही उस बिल को पारित कराना चाहेंगे।
Raising the issue, Congress leader Mallikarjun Kharge questioned why an ordinance in this regard has not been brought even after 4 months of the Apex Court's ruling.
4 महीने हो गए, इसके ऊपर कोई एक्शन नहीं लिया गया। इसीलिए मैं आपसे विनती करता हूं, इसको जल्द से जल्द इसको ऑर्डिनेंस लाना चाहिए था, वो तो इग्नोर कर दिए। कम से कम आप बिल कल पेश कीजिए, हम सब मिलकर उसको पास कर देंगे।
Earlier, when the House met for the day, Congress members tried to raise the issue and trooped to the well, creating noisy scenes. But after Speaker Sumitra Mahajan's assurance that she will allow the issue to be raised during zero hour, the members went to their seats. The BJP has issued a 3-line whip to its Lok Sabha MPs for today, asking them to be present in the House. Important bills, including the legislation to give constitutional status to OBC Commission and National Medical Commission Bill, have been listed for consideration and passage in the Lok Sabha. Parliamentary Affairs Minister Anand Kumar today urged the opposition to support the Constitution 123rd Amendment Bill, which seeks to grant constitutional status to the OBC Commission. Talking to reporters outside Parliament, the minister said it is an important bill and asked the parties to support it in the interest of the nation and social justice. He said that giving constitutional status to OBC Commission is a long-pending demand. He added that it should be passed unanimously as it will be a big step for social justice.
आज लोकसभा हम बहुत ही महत्वपूर्ण ओबीसी कमीशन के लिए कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल स्टेटस देने वाले कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल अमेंडमेंट बिल लेने वाले हैं। तो कल मैं कांग्रेस से लेकर सभी पार्टियों को ओबीसी कमीशन के लिए संवैधानिक दर्जा देना चाहिए, उसको लागू करें। लागू करने के लिए एक पहल आगे रखे, ये निवेदन हमने किया है।
The Rajya Sabha today felicitated members who were conferred with the Best Parliamentarian Award by President Ramnath Kovind in the Central Hall of Parliament yesterday. Raising the matter in the House, Chairman M. Venkaiah Naidu praised the administrative acumen, deep insight and effective oratory of Leader of Opposition Ghulam Nabi Azad and former Deputy Chairman Dr. Najma Heptullah. Mr. Naidu said it is indeed a matter of great pride for the House that one sitting member and one former member have been conferred with the prestigious award. The Rajya Sabha today closed the matter pertaining to the remarks made by Anand Sharma of the Congress during a zero-hour mention on the National Register of Citizens yesterday. Giving his ruling in the House, Chairman M. Venkaiah Naidu observed that the Congress member used unparliamentary words attributing it to Amit Shah of the BJP and therefore it has to be expunged from the records. He said the allegation of Anand Sharma that Mr. Shah used unparliamentary words for other former Prime Ministers is also not correct. Mr. Naidu said that he has gone through the records and found that there was no mention of persons in high authority by Mr. Shah as alleged by Mr. Sharma. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on Twitter at AIR News Alerts. The Supreme Court today took suo cognizance of the alleged sexual abuse of minor girls at a shelter home in Bihar's Muzaffarpur district. The Apex Court issued notices to the Bihar government and the centre and sought a detailed reply from them. The Supreme Court also asked the media not to interview alleged victims of sexual assault, saying they cannot be compelled to relive the trauma again and again. The Apex Court also restrained media from telecasting or printing images of alleged victims even in morphed form. In Upper Assam, there is no respite from flood. Nearly 60,000 people are affected by floods in 5 districts, including Golaghat. Several major rivers, including the Brahmaputra, are in spate. Nearly 10,000 people are taking shelter at 35 relief camps at Golaghat and Shivsagar districts. Rescue and relief operations are being carried out at Golaghat. Essential food items are being distributed by the administration. Nagaland has been experiencing incessant rains for the last few days, causing floods, landslides and immense damage to property and livestock. Normal life has been disrupted as roads connecting several parts of the districts of the state are completely cut off. 35 personnel from NDRF from Doimuk, Arunachal Pradesh have reached Dimapur for relief and rescue operations. Nagaland Chief Minister Nephew Rio has requested the government for immediate interim central assistance. In Uttar Pradesh, heavy rain has disrupted normal life in several cities. Since last evening, 16 people were killed and 7 others injured in rain-related incidents in different parts of the state in the last 36 hours. Our correspondent has filed this report.
Normal life is out of gear in many cities of the state due to torrential rain leading to traffic snarl and reports of house collapse and roads caving in. 2 persons, including an old woman, died when a wall collapsed in Gonda district yesterday night. Till now, 114 people have lost their lives due to rain-related incidents and more than 100 others are injured. According to a Central Water Commission's today's report, Sharda, Yamuna and Ghagra rivers are flowing above the danger mark while the water level of Ganga river is rising continuously. That department has predicted heavy rains in the districts of central and eastern part of the state in next 24 hours. Sushil Chandra Tiwari, AIR News, Lucknow.
The Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana was launched in 2015 with the motto, Funding the Unfunded. Under the scheme, loans of up to 10 lakh rupees are provided to small and micro enterprises, thus bringing them into the formal financial system. Here is a ground report on it from our Thiruvananthapuram correspondent.
In the remote village of Kambalikandam in Idukki district of Kerala, with the help of Mudra loan, Mrs. Harsha, a housewife, had begun a supermarket. Adi Supermarket is becoming a new model of success in the region. Beneficiary Harsha says that they have great expectations from this project.
We had started this project by taking Mudra loan. We have high hopes from it. Presently, we are getting good support from the people. We expect to have the same support in the future.
In Adi Supermarket, household items, vegetables, fish, meat, cereals are being provided under one roof. This was a great help for the villagers as they had easy access to all items. One of the customers, Mr. Shibu Varghese, says that the supermarket was really useful to them.
There are many shops, but there are no supermarket which sells all the necessary items. So here they are selling everything, and they have started the supermarket with the help of Mudra loan. This will be a good source of income for the owner, for many people working here. It gives job opportunities for many people.
Through Mudra Yojana, maximum credit up to rupees 10 lakhs can be availed without any collateral security. This opens up wide range of opportunities. It is quite evident that as more people get access to these loans, Mudra Yojana will revolutionize the society. This is Shamila with reports of Anthony Muniera from Idukki.
The Advanced Air Defence Interceptor missile has been successfully test-fired from Abdul Kalam Island in Odisha today. The missile has been built with indigenous technology. It has explosive carrying capacity of 1.2 tons and can hit the target from a distance of 20 kilometers. External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj today embarked on a 4-day visit to 3 Central Asian countries, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan and Uzbekistan. This will be her first visit to these countries as External Affairs Minister. During her visit to Astana, Ms. Swaraj will hold a bilateral meeting with Mr. Kairat Abdurrahmanov, Minister of Foreign Affairs of Kazakhstan. She will call on the leadership of the country and interact with the Indian community in Kazakhstan. Ms. Swaraj will then travel to Kyrgyzstan, followed by Uzbek capital Tashkent on the 4th of August. The U.S. Congress has passed a defense spending bill capping its security-related aid to Pakistan at $150 million, significantly below the level of more than $1 billion per year. The Senate passed the conference report on National Defense Authorization Act 2019 by 87 to 10 votes yesterday. The House of Representatives had passed the conference report last week. It now heads to the White House for President Donald Trump's assent. The U.S. has also voiced its disapproval of growing Chinese involvement in Pakistan, adding to tensions in bilateral ties. U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo on Monday had cautioned the IMF against a possible fresh bailout for Pakistan's new government to pay off Chinese lenders who have invested in the strategic China-Pakistan economic corridor. Domestic stocks today logged losses for the second session in afternoon trade amid weak global markets. Sensex at the Bombay Stock Exchange declined 237 points to 37,285. Nifty at the National Stock Exchange also lost 68 points to 11,278. The rupee weakened 4 paise to 68 rupees and 47 paise at the forex market in afternoon deals. In World Badminton Championships, the pair of Ashwini Ponnappa and Satvik Sairaj Ranki Reddy advanced to the mixed doubles quarter-final round at Nanjing in China today. Ponnappa and Ranki Reddy defeated Malaysian team of Chevon Jemmy Lai and Go Soon Huat 20-22, 21-14, 21-6. They will now face Chinese pair of Siwei Cheng and Yaqiong Huang tomorrow for a semi-final berth. PV Sindhu, Saina Nehwal, B. Sai Praneeth and Kidambi Shrikant will play for quarter-final berths of the tournament later in the day. In women's singles, while world number 3 Sindhu will take on 9th seed Sung Ji-hyun of South Korea, 10th place Saina Nehwal will face 4th seed Thai Ratchanok Intanon. Sindhu had won a silver medal at the championships last year, while Saina settled for a bronze. In men's singles, 5th seed Shrikant will clash with Malaysia's Liu Darren, while B. Sai Praneeth will battle it out against Hans Christian Vittingus of Denmark. In cricket, England will resume their first innings at the overnight score of 285 for 9 against India on the second day of the first test at Birmingham today. When stumps were drawn yesterday, Sam Curran was at the crease on 24 with James Anderson, who is yet to open his account. Earlier in the day, the hosts played well in the first 2 sessions and put up a decent score on the board, losing only 3 wickets. But in the third and final session of the day, Indian bowlers played an attacking game and managed to send back 6 English batsmen to the pavilion for just 69 runs. Spinner Ravichandran Ashwin was the highest wicket taker. He bagged 4 wickets. Mohammad Shami also clinched 2 wickets, while Umesh Yadav and Ishant Sharma took 1 each. England skipper Joe Root, who was run out, top scored with 80. Johnny Bairstow made 70. This is the first test of the 5-match series. India will lock horns with Ireland in the quarterfinals of the Women's Hockey World Cup in London tonight. The Indians had defeated Italy 3-0 in the playoffs to book a place in the last 8 of the World Cup for the first time since 1978. They had finished 7th in that edition, which was held in Madrid. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Home Minister Rajnath Singh says government wants to pass amendments to the SC/ST Act in the ongoing session of Parliament. Congress questions Centre for delay in bringing ordinance after apex court judgment. Bill to grant constitutional status to OBC Commission introduced for consideration and passage in Lok Sabha today. BJP issues whip to members. Supreme Court issues notice to Bihar government in Muzaffarpur shelter home sexual exploitation case. Directs media not to publish any images or videos of the victims in any form. Flood and incessant rains affect normal life in Upper Assam and Nagaland. U.S. Congress passes bill to slash Pakistan's defense aid to $150 million per year. And in sports, Ashwini Ponnappa and Satvik Sairaj and Ranki Reddy enter mixed doubles quarter-final of World Badminton Championships in China. And with that, we end the Midday News.